On an average day, there can be between 40 and 50,000 people here on MSU's campus. 6,000 of those are students from abroad. But today, there's a very different sight behind me. The street's so empty, it's almost safe enough to walk through. Volunteers with 3D printers can make these at home, and the university will even deliver the raw materials right to your doorstep. After reviewing more than 100 resumes, the 800-member congregation decided that Dr. Reverend Shanthia Monroe of Ohio was the right choice. It's a scene of passion and expression here in Acres Hall, following a Black Student Alliance public forum where Black students shared their stories about a string of racist events occurring here on campus with local administration and staff in hopes of changing the campus culture. Good evening, I'm Zaria Phillips and you're watching Green and White Tonight. And on this week's entertainment segment, I talked to Detroit rapper LJKA about his writing process and how much of his lyrics are a part of his real life. Here at the Lansing Collectible Toy and Records Show, you can find any of your knick-knack needs, including a Darth Vader Santa. I'm here outside of Spartan Stadium at the Meyer Fan Fest, where fans are showing a little bit of camaraderie before this evening's games kick off, and we'll see how that goes. This donation box here in the Biochem building is already partially filled with packaged goods. Maybe that's because of all the foot traffic, but where does it all go? Good evening, Spartans, and welcome to Green and White Tonight. I'm Zaria Phillips, and we have legends studying among us. Earlier today, I spoke to Asia Reynolds, a fourth-year student who was the first woman from MSU to earn accolades in the NCAA heptathlon. I'll let her tell you more. British investigators are scrambling after 39 dead bodies were found in a semi-truck container earlier today. Good evening, Spartans. My name is Zaria Phillips, and you're watching Green and White Tonight. Some people are good at singing, some people are good at dancing, and some people are good at drawing. Earlier this month, I talked to Marissa Thaler, who's an illustrator for the Briarwood Art Collective. Doctors and nurses at some Michigan hospitals, especially those in Detroit, have been bearing the brunt of the PPE shortage, putting their personal protection in the hands of do-it-yourself equipment.
Residents are using what amounts to a piece of Tupperware glued to their N95 as an additional face shield.
But this crisis served as an inspiration for local Spartan Nathan Tykoki.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, we can help you with that. So
he collaborated with a team of experts to produce 3D printed face shields.
The Environmental Health and Safety at MSU put out a request to the campus-wide and to the research labs especially, asking for donations of personal protective equipment.
Using a construction design from the Czech Republic, and with the help of researchers from agriculture, arts and letters, engineering, and natural science, they assembled more than 1,500 face shields.
People with home printers are getting involved, and so our capacity is increasing as our community partners come on board.
Tykoki says these face shields are cheap to produce because they're using excess materials they already had.
The plastics that are used for most of these sort of medical grade things in real life are also plastics that we use pretty commonly in 3D printing because they're flexible.
And putting them together is easy as a clip, a snap, and a pull for protection.
We have alumni from all over the state that are printing.
Proving that when Spartans have the will, they'll find a way.
Cool to see everyone come together to make this happen in a truly amazing fashion that you only see at a place like Michigan State.
A once lively and bustling land, now marked by silence and yellow signs. The leftover remnants of a life disrupted by the coronavirus. And students who can't leave are left in limbo.
I don't know where I'm gonna go for the summer right now. I don't know if the whole situation in America is gonna get better or not.
On an average day, there can be between 40 and 50,000 people here on MSU's campus. 6,000 of those are students from abroad. But today, there's a very different sight behind me. The street's so empty, it's almost safe enough to walk through.
My parents don't think it's like a smart idea for me to travel at all, so they're just like, stay wherever you are, we'll stay wherever we are.
But through the uncertainty of getting home,
I would have nowhere to go. I'm literally stuck on the campus.
And the interruption of future plans, for Gigi Nkobo,
who doesn't want a day in the house just doing nothing? I do.
Optimism persists.
I had applied to be the commencement speaker.
And the place farthest away from home
And this is actually kind of giving me that feeling again of just everything just toning down.
Can be the safest place in the world to be.
So cute. It's a wrap. Sometimes you just get some losses in the universe and then you just keep on moving.
I'm Zaria Phillips, Focal Point News.